Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back. I'm the Tilted Crown Gourmet. On today's episode, I'm going to be presenting to you my slow cooker Sicilian chicken soup. It's absolutely amazing, has an amazing flavor profile. This dish does have pasta, however, and as you know, if you've been watching my videos, my preference is to cook your pasta separate and then add it into the bowls and ladle your soup atop. However, I also realize that there are times when we simply don't have that time. I place my pasta in my crock pot when there's 30 minutes left for cooking. However, after the first 10 minutes, please check every 5 minutes thereafter until you have the perfect al dente pasta, just in case your pasta cooks faster. Because your soup at this point is actually already done. We just want to cook the pasta. So if you're ready, let's roll up those sleeves, let's get some prep done, and let's get cooking. We're going to start by first dicing our garlic. Remember what I always say, when you're dealing with garlic and things of that nature, you can make it the size that you want. You can run it through a garlic press if you want to. I have a tendency to like a little bit thicker chunk than I will get through the garlic press, but it's 100% up to you. Also, remember, if you like garlic, add more. If you don't particularly care for garlic, add less, or don't put it in at all. Alright, so we will get this and set it aside for just a couple of minutes because prep is super fast. Let's move on to our onion. Dice up our celery. Now, I have a tendency to like my vegetables on the smaller side. However, it's completely your choice. If you want them thicker, then make them thicker. And lastly, we're going to go ahead and dice up our carrots. And again, I like them small, but if you want them in bigger chunks, go ahead and make them larger. If you want half moons, that's okay too. And believe it or not, the prep really is done. Now we just put everything into our slow cooker. We're gonna go ahead, so this is boneless, skinless chicken breasts, or excuse me, chicken thighs. Boneless, skinless chicken thighs. And we're gonna put these into our slow cooker. Now, these were on sale, but they were bone in and skin on. So I get the bones and put them in because the bones do impart a wonderful flavor. So I'm gonna put the bone, but you see I've tied them up. Therefore, they're easy to remove later when it's time to shred our chicken. Also to our slow cooker, we're gonna add in our onions and our garlic, our celery, our carrots. We have our oregano, our basil, and our red pepper flakes, and we're gonna add those along with our salt and pepper. Our tomatoes, I'm using fire roasted. However, if you don't like fire roasted, you can use standard diced tomatoes. And last but not least, we're gonna be adding in our chicken broth. Put your lid on. Now we are going to put our slow cooker on low. And we're gonna cook this for 6 to 7 hours, or until the chicken is nice and tender, and then we'll be back. So let's get our garnish ready. We have some basil. I like to chiffonade it, but you can tear it if you want to, or not use basil at all if you're not a basil person. So even though I put my pasta into my crock pot, if you've been watching my channel, you know I'm not a huge fan of cooking pasta with food. So another way would be to simply get your pasta and cook it separately, and then place it into your bowls and top it with your soup. However, because this video is about a crock pot meal, I felt that it was important to show you how to go through the steps to actually do it as 100% crock pot. That's our parsley, and we are ready as soon as our soup is done. So our time has elapsed, our 6 hours, so we're gonna pop this open. It smells really good. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove our bones. Now we're gonna check the tenderness of our meat. Look at that. See how that just pulls apart? That's perfect. While we're doing this, we're gonna go ahead and put in our pasta, and this is dried pasta. But I wanna go ahead and taste our sauce. It's good, but I want to add some better than bouillon chicken, about a tablespoon. I think that would definitely help to boost our flavor. I see another piece of meat in there that I'm gonna fish out. There we go. Another piece that we're gonna shred. And we're gonna get us a clean spoon. Fantastic. Now there are many ways to shred your meat. I'm just using the 2 forks method because this is like super tender. But you could also use a blender to shred it. Now that you've shredded your chicken, it goes back in the pot, and from the time that you put in your dried pasta, we want to cook for an additional 30 minutes. Now we're gonna put our lid back on. For that additional 30 minutes. Our final 30 minutes has elapsed, and we are gonna add in our parsley. Go ahead and turn that off. And for serving, I would spoon it into shallow bowls. And then top it with your basil.
Remember, your kitchen is your passport to the world, allowing you to explore diverse cultures and cuisines right from home as you explore new flavors and techniques. And as always, bon appetit.